What is up, everybody? Well, I just finished the first part video of this. If you didn't watch that one, check it out. Let's go on to part 2 of the 4430. All right, so this thing's been sitting in the barn for years. She's dirty. First thing I'm gonna do is go around. I took the shields off. I'm gonna go around and just blast off all the really chunky, nasty grease. We'll do that first, and then we will use some super clean and hose down all these greasy areas and get her good and cleaned up. It needs a real deep cleaning for sure. It's just hasn't been washed in a long time, nor has the cab been cleaned out in a long time. But me and Mrs. G are gonna make this thing shine like a diamond. Alright, so you guys just saw me take a once over on all the big chunks of dirt and grease. I've had a lot of people comment when I've showed super clean before that I should have a steam cleaner and then I wouldn't need something like this. Well, I used to own a steam cleaner and I sold it a couple of years ago. It did an amazing job, but it burned a whole lot of fuel and there was always something wrong with it. Like the burner would go out, or the fuel filter would get plugged up, or the vacuum switch would burn up. And when you have a steam cleaner, everybody wants to come over and steam clean something off, their car or tractor or whatever, and they sit there and use it for an hour and burn 5 gallons of kerosene or diesel fuel and pretty much just say, thanks, have a good day. Well, it adds up, especially with the price of diesel fuel or kerosene. So that's why I went away from the steam cleaner. But Super Clean supports our channel and I absolutely love this stuff. It works freaking amazing. So I'm going to soak this down and let it sit for a couple minutes, and then we'll see the results. Alright, it's been sitting on there for about 5 minutes, give or take. See how it just blasts right off? really eats grease. I mean, I wouldn't promote the stuff. It's not, they don't pay me to do this. They just give me product. I use this stuff every day. I wouldn't promote it if I didn't think it worked. So, I'm gonna finish degreasing this thing, then we'll get to soaping and scrubbing on it. It hasn't been buffed in ages.
Ever?
But this is original paint, and it is turning out beautiful.
Sure is.
And Mrs. G's just on her first step with the correction compound.
Well, look at even on here, I mean, compared to where I got on there.
So she clay barred the whole hood to try to get as much crap out of it first, and now she's on her first step of buffing. But I said in the first video, we're not making this tractor completely beautiful like that one over there, because we're going to use this thing fluff and buff. I've done this in the past on quite a few of these sound guard bodies where the paint all falls off on the frame like this, and the side screens are kind of got surface rust on them. So what we're gonna do probably this winter, we'll pull it in the paint booth, and we'll just cover the hood up, we'll cover the cab up, and we'll paint the fuel tank and the side frame rails, the motor and the front axle, and we'll. And
then it'll drive us nuts and we'll do the whole thing.
Yeah, as Mrs. G just said, then it'll drive us nuts and we'll end up doing the whole thing. But I mean, I want to leave the original paint on the cab and the fenders because we can bring that all back. The hood, so we'll do from the hood down sometime here. But we're gonna buff it out and clean this cab all out.
Oh yuck! I haven't even looked inside.
The interior is good. It's just really, really dirty in here.
Oh, gross.
I got to take Grandpa's little planter monitor and fold box out of it to get that back to him. So we'll bring you back once we get a little farther into cleaning this old girl up. Mrs. G is absolutely rocking this thing. This is just the first step. This isn't even the finish coat. It's amazing how well this paint's coming back to life. It was so oxidized and chalked out that the correction compound, it almost like soaks into it. Makes it a real pain in the ass to get it wiped off.
Yeah, 10 hours later. I have to like re-wet it down with the stuff and rub it back again after
she
buffing
buffs
it, just to get it all off of here.
Have you been using that brush to clean the pad out?
Every time.
Okay. Sorry I asked.
This ain't my first rodeo.
No, it's not. Okay, you can sit and watch Mrs. G buff for a little while, guys.
Wish I had something entertaining to say. Can I talk to your YouTube people? I don't know where he went. So, one of our little buddies goes to the school that I work at, and he cracks me up because he came into the office the other day and goes, "What is up, Mrs. G?" His name is Noah. If he's watching, he rocks. Hope y'all are doing something possibly more fun than this for your 3-day weekend, but it's actually quite satisfying. And I get tired of sitting at work all day, so this is a nice change. But it's literally been like 4 hours, and I'm only on the first step, and I'm getting pretty tired. I'm also not a fan of ladders, and I'm not looking forward to getting up there. So that might be a Mr. G thing. This is about as far up as I go. I hope you don't care, I've been talking a lot.
You've been jabbering to the viewers? Yeah? Talking bad about me to them?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, I told him about how Noah came into the office and said, "What is it, Mrs. G?" It cracked me up. So I hope he's watching to hear that I called him out.
There you go.
Oh my God, did you see my hands shaking as I'm trying to squeeze this? I'm like 4 hours in, my arms aren't working.
Yeah, this has been a long process. Luckily, the second step, which we'll do tomorrow, or she'll do tomorrow, that one goes
Super easy.
super fast.
But I told them I don't much like ladders, and this is as far as I go.
Mm-hmm.
So the top might be for you to do.
No, yeah, don't worry about that.
Oh, thank God.
I got to take that up anyway to change the AC lines. So,
You're gonna take it off?
well, I got to prop it up to change all them lines. They go up into the top of the cab.
There, I think I finally got it.
All right, guys, it's the next day. Look at this paint. Mrs. G is going over it with the finish wax.
So much better than yesterday.
Yeah, the finish wax is easy once you get that first coat buffed off, but that's 48-year-old paint. Like, that's crazy.
It's also 5 hours of buffing.
Yeah, but still, just the guy that owned this before my grandpa obviously took very good care of it. That's just hard to believe that it's buffing out that nice.
Why won't it buff out around this fuel like it's all...
It's probably had a lot of fuel spilled on it.
See what I mean? It's like foggy there.
Yeah. So if any of you guys, I very highly doubt this John Deere dealer's still around, being that, you know, John Deere wants every dealership to have, 50 freaking dealerships now instead of a single owned dealership. But I know where Fairbury is. That's about an hour south of us. But if anybody knows about that dealership, put it in the comments. I'm going to climb up in the cab here in a minute, and I'm going to start taking out Grandpa's little planter monitors and stuff. Alright, hopefully you guys can see something where I got you propped up. So, I was thinking about this last night. In my farming career so far, and keep in mind, I'm a lot more of an international guy than a John Deere guy, but in my farming career, I sat down and added up how many Soundguard body tractors that I've owned in the last 25 years of farming. Here's my list. I've had an 8640, a 4840. This is my third 4430. 4440, I've had one of them, which is on my channel that we restored a year ago. I had a 4630, I had a 4640, I had a 4650, and I had a 4960. So there's 10 of them that I can remember. Out of all of those, the ones that I miss the most, definitely my 4960. I completely restored that tractor and rebuilt the motor. I wish I wouldn't have got rid of that one.
Come on, the 4020?
The 4020 isn't a sound guard body. I'm just doing sound guard body tractors.
No, we wanted that gone. That was a joke.
Oh yeah. I said the 4960 I wouldn't have got rid of. Mrs. G's out there jabbering about the nightmare 4020. Like, I've tried to erase that from my brain, but anyway, the 4960 is the one I miss the most, and the 4840. I really liked the 4840. So, some useless info for you guys. I found something really cool in this cab yesterday. I'll show you in a second here. So I was throwing all the water bottles and garbage out of this cab, and there was this little notebook, and I almost tossed it. And then I realized this is from the last owner before my grandpa bought it, and it goes back to 2/1 of 1990 when he purchased it. And then every single service, so 1,351 hours on it right here. Crankcase oil, filter, both air filters, fuel filters. Every single thing that ever got done to this tractor, he kept track of. This one says new clutch in 2000. Somewhere in here it says it got dynoed. I don't remember where. Dynoed, it said it dynoed at 145. I don't know, it's on one of these pages. I think it said it dynoed at 145 horse. Well, then I realized that this guy's last, what he wrote in last was an engine oil change. It was in 2015 with 7,173 hours. It only has 7,320 hours on it. 7,320 minus 7,173 is how many hours my grandpa put on it from 2016 is when he purchased it till now. And then I realized that I must have found this notebook in here back in 2016, because this is my handwriting. Replace the thermostats, new coolant, fuel filters, hydraulic oil and filter, outer engine air filter. If you watched the first video, I said, oh, that's my handwriting on that outer air filter of the 2016. Cab air filter, new cab steps. I obviously put the staircase steps on. Greased axle bearings and steering. And I have worked on this thing since then. I just must have not wrote it in here, but that's really cool. Okay. Let me try to tilt you guys down here. He pulled a 7,000 12-row planter with this tractor on a small amount of acreage. Hey babe,
Yeah.
can I hand this mess out to you?
Can I get a
There's a cardboard box over there that I have all the rest of the harnesses in.
Is this all attached?
Yeah. Thank you. I'm pretty sure I put cab interior in this thing. I'm fairly certain. Because it's in pretty good shape. The headliner, I don't know if you guys can see anything. The headliner's just droopy a little bit, but it's not bad. What?
He's pointed over here for the box. The box is over
Oh, I moved it. Sorry. Okay, I'm gonna start spraying this thing down and cleaning the inside of this cab up. These are good old tractors. It's just a lot of them, or most of them anymore, completely clapped out. Like the one I worked on earlier this year, where I titled the video, Just Say No. That one's a little different tractor than this. I don't believe, looking through that book, that this has ever been overhauled, but oh yeah, I converted it to the two 12-volt batteries. It fires right up, but I'm assuming the first day it gets cold, gonna have to hit the old ether button, but or plug it in. It's always been serviced like right on the nose of like every 100 hours, so that goes a long ways whenever they've been taken care of that way. My dad still has his 4440 that he bought brand new, 79, the year I was born. It lives on a batwing, and he runs augers with it for his grain setup every year. I don't think that tractor, I don't believe I will ever let that one get away whenever my dad's gone. I've got thousands of hours in running that 4440 over the years. That one's been overhauled twice. I believe it cracked a piston when I was in like junior high, and it got overhauled, and then it used to be my dad's main planting tractor and spraying tractor and everything else, and when I was going to diesel college, he had me take it on my second year, even though it was still running fine. In engines class, that one was my project that pulled the engine out of it, did a complete out of frame on it, and I've repainted his once. It's still in really good shape. let me breathe again?
Yeah. Maybe for a bit.
Thanks. The trick to windows is wipe them and then use a dry, clean towel a second time. This rain cap's not really capping anything.
Toss it.
Yes. That's better. I think in my pile of exhaust pipes, I actually have a chrome curved pipe that I had on a 4430 in the past. That'd really trigger some of you chrome straight pipe guys if I put that on there. We'll leave the muffler for now. So Mrs. G has spent this weekend working her butt off on this tractor. The reason why I can tell you this is original paint is back in the day, John Deere used black primer, and you can see where it's barely coming through after buffing it. So we're not going to want to buff this hood ever anymore. So the next time, after this gets washed a couple times or whenever we're doing the paint on the bottom, as far as the hood and the fenders and whatnot, I'll use this stuff. I've had really good luck with this ceramic coating, and then we'll just, you know, renew it every year or whatnot to preserve this original paint. But windows are all cleaned. Inside of the cab is looking about 10 million times better. Once Mrs. G finishes up here, I just got to throw the cab air filter in. Yeah, somewhere down the road I'll probably put a headliner in it because it's drooping a little back there, but all the rest of it is in really good shape. We've worked all weekend on our 3-day Labor Day weekend, but I've had fun. How about you?
Yeah, we took time for ranger rides and stuff.
Yep. We took time to go do other things and go out to dinner. We love it whenever we just have a nice peaceful weekend and get a lot of stuff accomplished.
Yes.
If I can get this video finished up, maybe we'll give you guys a bonus second video for the weekend, give you a Labor Day video. I hope everybody's having a good weekend. Well, there she is. That cab hasn't been that clean in a long time. We gave it a pretty good transformation in a weekend. Or Mrs. G did. I've been trying to finish up the single stack Mac, so Mrs. G's been doing this one, but man, what a difference from what it looked like in the barn. Got to put some new front tires on it, and then she should be ready to go. Run the auger, and then over the winter probably is when we'll do the paint work and all the AC lines and conversion and whatnot. But hello, Mrs. G, are you there?
Anything. It's so bright.
I hope you guys all have a good Labor Day weekend.
Thanks for watching.
Remember to hit the sub button if you like it. You guys have been gaining us subs here in the last couple of videos. We really appreciate it. So have a good one.
Bye.
Bye.